This is CS2 Tips and Tricks, where I showcase the newest nades, boosts, plays, and more from the pros as well as my community. Most of these clips came from official pro matches from PGL EU, RMR A and B. So you can use one Molotov that will cover both dark and balcony. I know many pro teams under anti-ecos will have two players palace and they'll throw the balcony Molotov first and then followed up with the dark Molotov before coming out. Well, here you could just throw one Molotov which will cover both ends. One new way that you can use the top mid smoke is to go ahead and boost using this smoke. So you can see that the Opera Zorti gets boosted to the peak connector, misses a shot, and Nexus also do the same boost and use the same smoke, but Zello is going to swing out to peak window after. If you are inside Palace, it's very important that you have a HE nade because we're going to see that it's going to set up Robs here to go ahead and break open this smoke to allow him to smoke off the top connector for the second phase of the attack. With how often the CTs are smoking off Palace, you could also use it to come out safely if the CT smoke it off for the A execute. FaZe are going to execute B, but Brokey is first going to set up his teammate here to go out mid with a flash. Then he's going to smoke off short, and then three players come out apps. This smoke is going to come in very handy as you see the smoke blocks off the CT's view here, the two short players. Zorti is going to throw B-site smoke from inside apps that lands right in the middle of site, and this smoke will give cover from back site as well as if you were to go up short, the bench player would not be able to spot you. You need to learn this useful A nade set from Siren, who is going to smoke off stairs, standing in front of that wood, aim at that gap, then left click throw. He strafes over and moves to the right where he's going to run forward and jump throw for this Molotov for triple. CS is going to throw the FaZe mid smoke, stand next to this plant, aim at this part of the roof, then jump throw. 9 Pandas on B have the CT setup where they double boost behind Nuke box triple, and then the top player is going to get this off angle frag. The bottom player in the meantime has a smoke out to deploy if Nuke box with Molotov off or throw the defensive B smoke. Robs really made it meta for CTs to push inside apartments and sneak their way into window where they can hide behind this wall, which you're going to see this CT is going to be able to capitalize. If you're an Opera, you need to know this play. Smoke off the wall, put out the car Molotov, flash up line anyone holding, play anti-flash, then peek car and get a free frag. Flash mid from balcony, go ahead and stand behind the wall, aim at the tip of this corner, then left click throw. Your teammate from mid is going to swing off the flash. You need to learn this fast jump where you're going to go inside apartments by jumping off the truck. This is the fastest way in order to get up inside apartments at the start. This is very situational, but if you're on T apps, you can silently drop down to Mexi using this edge bug. Amco are going to pull off the fast 4-player boost, which I have not seen in such a long time. Back in CSGO, you would see this fast boost used every other pro match, but with how inconsistent boosting is inside CS2, that's why we haven't seen it much. Let me show you a common CT play that I've seen from the RMR that involves using the top stair smoke for Fountain. So you see the Opera Itis Balance is going to throw that with the party Molotov, and then his teammate is going to push into playground here with that flash. Glowing is the one that's going to push into playground. He doesn't throw any Molotovs, he just throws that first flash for Fountain, then he waits to see if any T's push up through the smoke, then he gets that second flash, and meanwhile there's also another teammate peeking from long. Body shows new way to nade playground from inside toilets. All you have to do is aim bottom right of the bench, then run forward and jump throw. You'll never forget how to smoke A stairs from long again. Stand in the corner, aim at this part of the branch that's sticking out, then go ahead and W jump throw. And then you see Nickel back here following it with 2 flashes. Wasik shows a set party Molotov. Stand in this back corner, put your crosshair like this without moving your mouse. Go ahead and move where you get into this corner here, crouch, and then W jump throw when you're crouched. This Molotov will prevent any CTs from playing this angle in position. Wasik from Fountain, standing next to his bench, is going to smoke front toilet. Afterwards, he's going to Molotov off banana sandwich and then throws a flash. And these nades set here allow his teammates to come out safely mid. BetBoom have this eco stack where they're going to position outside of connector behind this wall, so when the eagle players come around this corner, they're not going to be expecting a group of CTs stacked like this and they get overrun. If you want to save on Vertigo, the best position to do so is near CT spawn by the window area where you're going to jump down and get this pixel position, and you're going to be hanging onto the wall like this. And here we see Rylap using it in a match, and the T's will not be able to find him. Cool little run boost here from the CTs to get the Opera on the opposite end of the platform to do this off angle peek. Fnatic CT setup towards A that involves 3 players. Matisse is first going to Molotov off yellow, pushes towards Ivy, waits for the nade break as well as ramp flash to peek yellow, gets the frag, and then falls back. Body is going to nade ramp, then he's going to set up for the ramp flash. However, this flash, just to be aware, does not flash anyone inside yellow and gap. The third player is Afro, who is going to smoke mid yellow, then he is going to go over here towards headshot, where he's going to jump throw this nade to break open his smoke with the timing of the flash for Matisse to go ahead and peek. Amkel have this CT setup using this nade set from Crad, who first Molotovs mid yellow, then sets up to throw these flashes that land behind the sandbags, and they triple peek off these flashes that won't blind them since they land behind the sandbags, and Suppius the Operator gets full whited. Story is going to show a new way to smoke Ivy and top yellow, stand in the back corner, aim top middle of that beam there, and then jump throw. This smoke covers Ivy unlike the one that lands on top of the scaffold. Retake A using this smoke from Crims, you're going to aim at this circle, then left and right click W jump throw. This smoke will give you full cover to defuse as it blocks off both sides. There's insane self boost on Nuke. Onside secret, go ahead and get on top of the rail and then jump on top of that wall where you're going to position yourself inside this corner. Falcons break open the door and then they're going to set up on this double peak where one player is on top of the orange and then the other player is standing in front of that player, and that's going to result in the CT is going to peek door into 2 players. Snappy sets up Boros to peek inside radio, and you're going to see this lineup and you're going to jump throw and the flash will blind anyone up close and Boros gets a free frag off of it. 9 Pandas use the same flash. C's is going to swing after his Molotov ends and is going to frag the T on the opposite end. Travis makes a really cool trick play here towards ramp at the start of the round, throwing a smoke and then a nade to instantly break his smoke, which catches the T there. I've seen this nade set used in conjunction, but not to this extent to breaking your own smoke. Falcon stack 3 on ramp on their CT pistol, with Madden being in the back lines here with a flash and nade to support his teammates when contact's made. The flash is not going to blind his teammates and the nade gets a frag. Brokey solo nuke smoke wall outside, position with the line on the wall, and all 3 smokes are going to be jump throw. That first smoke top main, second smoke is going to land below main, and then the last smoke is going to be right towards garage. Major has a easy top main waterfall smoke, stand on top of the corner of the yellow, aim as shown, then go ahead and jump throw. Here is a duo play that you could make with your teammate and friend. Go ahead and have one player throw the A-lurk smoke flash and then Molotov towards big box, then come out where you're going to boost to peek towards site. This is an insane double peek by G2 with Monacy and Nico with both Deagles from B long, and they're going to swing out and double peek the boost at the same time and delete Brokey. James is going to get really good info by peeking Temple, and he's going to double scope in, and you can see that he spots the shadow knowing that there's going to be a CT there. So many teams at the RMR is using this trick play from Apex where you smoke deep and then boost, and the smoke is going to take out the Molotov, allowing you to see over the smoke. And if you don't want to do the smoke, you can wait for the CTs to smoke after their Molotovs, get inside the corner as we see VP do here, and that's going to set up Mirror with the frag. Brolin has this insane cave Molotov that he throws at the start of the round that is going to go through the rooftop here, landing inside the middle of the doorway of cave, preventing Glaive the CT to push through. Glaive did not have the best spawn, so the Molotov lands before he could push through into Cheetah. Now if he had the best spawn, then he could beat the Molotov. Mouse will sometimes pair this Molotov with this deep cave smoke, and you're going to see this combo here come into effect as it's going to help you take cave control, as the Molotov prevents the CTs from pushing through, and then the smoke is going to block off the entrance. When you see the CTs break the cave smoke, you usually don't see them throw a flash, but here we see Alexi B do that with Imma's nade, and that's going to lead to this frag. JL makes a really good play as he knows that the mid nades are coming and the Molotov is thrown from this bench, so he tries to push up to catch that timing. Mir's POV throwing the mid nades. I also saw in a recent pro game at the RMR that if the Ts are throwing A main control nades, I saw a CT push when the T was throwing that Molotov and caught them off guard. Next time you're opping A main from Fountain, use this angle from Wonderful, who you can see avoids the standard A main flash. Instant left B site smoke from spawn 2, so you're in the far back left, and you're going to look for this line here, and you're going to aim above the line, then W jump throw. Possibly pair this smoke up with the instant phase cave smoke, and you can rush B or put a lot of pressure towards B. I've got so many more RMR demos to watch, so expect more of these CS2 tips and tricks videos to come out every week, so subscribe so you can stay up to date with what the pros are doing.